The best ghost and horror stories seem so real, so believable, and so terrifying that they practically guarantee you at least one night spent tossing and turning while listening to creaking floors and ghostly moans. Keep watching today's video, as we are going to tell you about 10 scary videos only the brave can watch till the end. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. 10. You might be familiar with the well-known name of Ferrari Farms, located in Nevada, USA, with its high reputation, but there are still several reports of skin tracker sightings noticed around the place. Inside the bushes, a figure can be seen standing. He looked human, but not one of his limbs. Confused on this side. It could be someone playing a prank on them, or maybe taped evidence. 9. The Spanish paranormal channel Zuri Mote uploads a recent shot of a place that had been declared the state of a ghost woman. Still, whether the claim is true or not, a spot check can't do that much damage. It is a sound heard up close. Following the sound of something falling and breaking is heard. It was strange because no one else was present there. Could he really be possessed? As said, what do you think? 8. A man wanders into the Malaysian forest in search of supernatural forces that are probably best left alone. All he has with him is a flashlight and a camera. When he finds himself caught in the presence of something paranormal, he films in the direction in which he feels most watched and captures that strange face among the trees. Once he sees himself, things take a turn for the worse in creepy and terrifying ways. When the light comes back on, the face is even closer. A still image shows what we are talking about. The upper half of a creepy man we're talking about. I think he might belong to the spirit realm. 7. An Indian ghost hunter named Grey Wolf describes exploring a haunted school as something inexplicable, a terrifying event that never left him the same. They set up a summoning circle in one of the most haunted places in the entire school. We can't tell what they're saying as it looks like some kind of ritual spell. A hat seems to work too well. They must return and finish the ceremony or be haunted forever. They then gather together and walk into the room as one. Apparently, the spirit never wants to be summoned, so he removed the candles. Or maybe Grey Wolf simply covered the camera with his hand to make it look like the candles went out, at which point he stopped recording, removed the candles from the circle, and started recording again. If there's no editing, then you have to agree that it's beyond scary. 6. Mackie Albertson is a ghost hunter who explores haunted locations filled with skinwalker sightings to further investigate strange rumors of unknown creatures in the area. She stands in ancient graveyards when the weirdness begins.
So basically, what had happened was...
A voice in the dark sounds human. It was then that she herself saw a creature, or so she says. She very well could have seen a skinwalker transfigured into an animal form. The camera blurs, as if something is charging it. It's the only time it happens.
Save me.
Also, when she later returns to the same location, she gets more evidence in the form of 2 creepy paranormal EVPs. It's beyond scary, right? 5. A Pakistani ghost hunter bravely explores a jinn's lair to confront a paranormal presence that has haunted his town for far too long. They cannot enter the room. But there is another entrance, heavily guarded by an infamous jinn. It could be a real encounter, or they could be throwing rocks. The scouts investigate another part of the wall where someone, possibly them, threw an object hard enough to remove a piece, and that's when the noises surround them. And the door moves by itself, out of reach. Something is next to them. One of them grabs his leg as white eyes watch from the windows. And when it comes to bend in haunted houses where there are glowing eyes, there's almost always a good ghost. A mysterious figure passes in front of the window, and in its place, there's just a glowing eye. The eye of a jinn. 4. It's a stormy night. Every sound in the house is an evil entity vying for your soul. That must have been how this man felt when he saw this happen in his dining room one stormy night. The clip shows a man entering his dining room, which seems completely normal, with every chair in place. He enters his laundry room, then throws the camera down the stairs. It looks like something must have happened for him to search his house. He says hello. He asked if someone or something was there. He decides to go to his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he nears the bottom, a terrifying racket hurtles upstairs. He runs for his life and finds his kitchen chairs precariously stacked, balanced on top of each other. The dining room light is swinging. The shot is motionless as the man crosses the room and stands frozen in fear at this disturbing sight. The ceiling light continues to oscillate, and there is nothing. There's something particularly uncomfortable about this man's stacking of furniture. Part of this unease stems from the fact that no human could have done this particular construction job during the short period of time humans were away. Who do you think did it, or what? 3. Anyone who owns a dog knows that they can feel things that humans don't. Posted by Redditor ChewyBones2. Wrote, "I think my dog had a seizure." And he's not wrong. The video shows two dogs standing on the sofa bed, looking out the window. The biggest one is really starting to freak out. It's the legs that push the sofa so far away from the window that it has stretched out quite impressively until it can't stretch any longer and is falling over on the floor. Meanwhile, a series of orbs appear throughout the clip, floating around the room. Is there something outside scaring these dogs? Or is there something paranormal inside? After all, those orbs are definitely pointing to scale. If only these dogs could talk and tell us what the answer really is. 2. A man in Indonesia sets out to explore the most haunted places in his home country to discover supernatural myths of a different official nature. The world of ghosts has formed communities deep in the rainforest. He knows the place well and feels close to it. Before him is a strange apparition that makes us anxious, as if something had gone wrong. Paranormal exploration doesn't end with his escape. He's become oddly comfortable with them, less terrified over time, or maybe okay with them all the time. After some more exploring, his adventurer finds a second spirit and doesn't get as close. He may be scared, but we think he's just respecting his space. It looks like a real ghost sighting of a pocong spirit seen mainly in Indonesia and Malaysia. It is said that the spirit's appearance under the shroud depends on the current state of his physical body. In other words, if he looked down, he would see how rotten they were, but he does not dare to do such a thing. They are his ancestors, and he may have wanted to show us that there are videos of real ghosts on the internet. And just because a ghost is lurking in the woods doesn't automatically mean it's one of the scariest places on earth. That's a very good point, but those scary videos drove us crazy. Before we show you the #1 video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. And also do like our videos so that we can bring more amazing videos like these. Now let's get back into the video. 1. In this video, a man is standing in a dark alley when another man appears to the right of him. The figures also seem to be around him in the dark. Out of camera view, vague flickers of motion can be seen. Suddenly, he is at the mercy of these characters. But the movement is not human, but like the force of a hurricane. He is thrown to the ground, and the force disperses. He is then grabbed by the other complete man in the video before running back into the adjacent building. It's almost like there's water on the ground. When the man tries to move, there is a domino effect. He then gets swept off camera by the feet by the unknown force. The ripple continues for a while before stopping, but the silence is brief as the other guy returns to the alley looking at the scene, suddenly rushing towards the building as something huge is thrown behind him. It is not clear if he is a person, a place, or a thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cloak and hat emerges from the building. A window breaks next to him as the figure walks away. What is happening here? We feel lost when it comes to finding a rational explanation for these facts. And that's all for today. So, after watching all of these videos, which one did scare you the most? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next one.